Hey, what's up everyone? How you guys doing today? Hopefully everybody's awesome. Yeah, I got my tank top on. I meant to change my shirts before the stream, but I forgot, so whatever. It is what it is, I guess. How's everyone's day going? I hope you guys are doing amazing. Thank you for coming out to the crazy stream. You guys are awesome. All right, let me make sure the mic's at the right level. Looks like it. Nimble, what's up, buddy? How are you today? Awesome to see ya. Mintrong, what's up? What's up? Blaze, hello. Black Knight, good to see you. I just want to say thank you for being here on my crazy live stream. So, if you guys got some game questions, let us know. Something got, hold on, that's not how that camera's supposed to look. Hold on. I got a weird, there we go. I like to make my head stick over top. It looks a little more like, I think that makes it look a little more interesting. Got the headphones. Alrighty. Alrighty. That looks kind of neat, I think. That's just me. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't like it as much. I'm not really sure, but I like it. I like it. We got the old school gameplay. Kaju, how's it going? Nimble's doing good. That's awesome. Dark Boy, what's up, buddy? So are you guys looking forward to the new Ultimate Griffin? What do you guys think? Griffin, Ultimate Griffin. I think that's going to be pretty cool, honestly. Nimble says it's hot where you are. Right now it's about 80 degrees out, it looks like, but it's supposed to be up in the 90s today, so we've been having a lot of 90-some degree days. Normally I don't wear my tank top. Even when it's hot, I normally don't wear these, but if you can probably tell my shoulders are like super white compared to my face, so you can tell I'm not out in the sun a lot. Well, you can tell my shoulders aren't out in the sun a lot. Nimble says, wow, that's hot. Yeah. We get a lot of hot days. Do you not get hot days, Nimble? Alright, so is Revenant good with Devastators? I would say yes. Revenant's a very good robot. The only problem I have with Devastators is they do have a long reload time. So if you don't mind a weapon that has a long reload, you'll be fine. But if you don't like a long reload, you might not like the Devastators. They hit extremely hard, but I think it's what now? 14, it was a 14-second reload on those now, which is pretty crazy, but they're very good, in my opinion. Very, very good. But I don't like them. I don't play them. Even though they hit crazy, crazy hard, I think if you're like on a one-on-one situation, the sonic weapons are really good. But once you get into a situation where you're fighting several people, that's when the reload time is going to become a problem. So if you're on a Revenant and you teleport to one guy and nobody else is there, I think you'll be okay with the Devastators. But if there's 2 or 3 people there, that 14-second reload will probably screw you over a little bit. So hopefully that helps you decide if that's something you'd want to run. But yeah, I mean, they're pretty good overall. What's up, WR Moon's Cancer? How are you doing today? Dennis, what's up, buddy? He says, I heard from Beefy and Predator that the Curry turret will be nerfed in a little bit. I have no idea, my friend. I don't know anything about nerfs or buffs or anything that's going on, so like, I haven't seen Pixonic release anything about nerfs or buffs, so I really don't know. I don't really think that's going to hurt the Curry that much, even if they do. So if that's true, I'm not too worried about it. I mean, Curry is just an awesome robot. It's super durable. It's got 2 heavy weapons, so that wouldn't really bother me as long as it still does like a little bit of damage, right? If it's doing no damage, then yeah, that would stink. If they nerfed to the point where it doesn't any damage. But, you know, as long as it's doing some damage, Those turrets are... they're a little bit too overpowered. A lot of people have been complaining about it, but I don't know for sure if that's going to happen, but you never know. Oh, that says Internet Dweller. I think I read your name wrong before. What's up, Internet Dweller? How you doing today? Laddie, what's going on? He says, can I get a links? I don't think you can build the links in the workshop right now or anything. I believe the only way to get a links is to open a crate or something like that. Maybe get some components to build it. I'm not sure when that's going to be. One thing I noticed is it really takes a long time for something to get put into the workshop where you can build it. Lynx is a very fun robot. It's not like one of the best robots in the game right now, but it's still a very good and very fun robot to play. What's up, Zooty Head? How's it going? Nice to see ya. Hope your day is going awesome. Alright, so Dark Boy 67 said, I just got a bedwetter yesterday from the Titan data pads, but I don't have the flamethrowers, so which weapons are good for it? Yeah, you know, I would put the Evora in the Varons on there. Like, I played that many times with Evoras and Varons. I've played it with the bendy machine guns a lot, and either one of those are really good. Now, I didn't really like the Maha and the Maha Vajra on it. I think it moves a little too slow for those, but yeah, if you got the Varons and the Evoras, definitely throw that on there. That's a very good setup for it. What's up, Legend? How are you doing today? Awesome to see ya. Yeah, Internet Dweller says, I don't mind being called intern. I got used to it. Yeah, I'm so bad with reading. That's what happens when you're dyslexic. You see letters backwards, and being dyslexic's a little bit of a pain, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Can't complain too much. But I'll tell you what, since you guys are talking about the nerfs and the buffs, I'm actually really surprised we haven't seen any major changes in quite a while. So I'm not really sure when we're going to see more changes, but when's the last time they really did any major rebalancing? I feel like it was about, what, 7 months ago? I think there have been like a couple of small rebalances here and there, but they haven't really done anything major in quite a while, which is nice. I do know Pixonic was saying they weren't going to rebalance things as often, so I think that's a great thing. I mean, maybe they'll start doing like one major rebalance a year or something. I'm just taking a guess, but it's been quite a while. It's been a really long time since we had a major rebalance. What's up, Moon 1977? How you going? How you doing? He says, I'm late. You know, you're only about, what, 10 minutes late? We started this thing maybe 10 minutes ago, so I wouldn't say you're late. I would say you're pretty much right on time. Thanks for coming out to the stream today. Definitely appreciate it. My head itches. My head itches. Hey, Juke. How are you doing today? Internet says, yeah, it's the calm before the storm moment. You never know. But I'll tell you what, I think Bedwetter's a really good Titan, or Bedwetter. I got a bad habit of calling it the Bedwetter. I mean, I think it's a really good Titan, right? Right now, I would say the Bedwetter is really good. The Indra is really good. Rook's really good. Luchador is really good. And the Eiffel's still really good. So I think if you have any of those, you're doing well. Or if you're really good with the Minos, that one's a lot of fun to play too, but it's a little bit harder. I've been playing the Minos a little bit lately on my Batterick account, and I'm having a really fun time with that. It's not super easy to play, but it's not like super hard to play either, so it does a really good job overall. Definitely worth playing in my opinion. I'm having a lot of fun with it. What's up, Squirrel? He says, should I spend 2 upgrade tokens for the Lifesaver turret for the Mothership? Lifesavers are nice. I mean, Are you sure you don't want to Mark III a robot or a weapon or something, or upgrade a pilot or a drone? I mean, I don't really know what you have or what you need. That's the thing, but it can't hurt to upgrade some of that stuff, right? It's nice to get some turrets, but you also got to make sure you can upgrade your drones and your pilots if you need to. There's a lot of things that those upgrade tokens are actually used for. So which mothership is it? Because remember, once you put a turret on the mothership, once you take it off, you lose that turret forever. You don't get it back. It doesn't just go into your inventory like everything else. So unfortunately, it's just kind of like, well, that was your thing's gone forever if you do that. But a good turret on a good mothership is a good thing to have. It's on the Avalon. So as long as they don't rebalance the Avalon, I think the Avalon's going to be quite good for a while. So, I mean, that's not a bad thing to do. That's not a bad thing to put on there, you know. But honestly, the Avalon's really good as it is. I'm not even really sure what I've got on mine, but I think I got a couple of the lifesavers on mine if I remember correctly. Either that or durability extenders. I can't remember exactly, but here's one thing you got to think about motherships though, is how often do you get to drop a mothership? Like how many times per game are you actually dropping your motherships? I mean, I would rather Mark III a robot instead of buying mothership turrets myself. So personally, I'm gonna make sure I do everything else I need to do before buying turrets for the motherships, I would say. If that makes sense. Hey Nas, how you doing today? Test server. No, not the test server, just old school gameplay from like years and years and years ago. Nas says Curry and Eiffel already nerfed. Not that I know of. I actually haven't heard Pixonic say anything about any nerfs. Let me take a look on Discord. Let me look in the game news on Discord and see if they announced anything like that. Like most of us YouTubers, they don't tell us stuff like that ahead of time. Where we at? I'm looking for that thingy dingy. There's a room I'm in where that would probably be posted, but I don't see the room on Discord. I have lost it. Alright, so on the test server, there's nothing about nerfs on the test server or the game news that I'm seeing, so not that I know of. Like anybody who's saying that, I'm not really sure where they got that from, but yeah, I don't see anything about that. So where's that special room at that I'm in? I have lost it. It's got to be around here somewhere. I've lost the room, guys. That's all right. Oh, wait, is that it? There we go. Let's see if it says anything about this in here. Nope. Nothing about nerfs anywhere that I've seen. Yeah, I don't see anything about it. Don't see anything about it. What's up, Epidemic? How's your day going on? How's your day going? I think I meant to say. But you know, It is what it is. I can't talk sometimes. All right, so Moo says, I'm about to upgrade my angler, but which one is better, toxin or shredder weapons? Shredders. Okay, so here's what you need to know about shredders. Shredders are great for lockdown, and they do a lot of damage when you're really, really close, but you get 100, 200, 300 meters back. The shredders aren't doing very much at all at that point. So the shredders are kind of low damage from a distance, high damage up close weapons. Now, as far as the other weapons, the DOT ones, last time I played those were doing pretty good. Those got buffed not too long ago. Now, I haven't played them in several months, but last time I did play them, they were doing very well in doing a nice amount of damage. So I would really have to get those DOT weapons out and play them again to really give you a straight answer on that, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know which one would be better at the moment, but I'm thinking the DOT weapons would be my choice. But don't quote me on it because, like I said, I haven't played those for quite a while. Zench, what's up, bud? He says, AD Gaming got banned. I don't think he got banned, but I think they did remove him from the mentors program, but I don't know. I guess you really gotta watch what you say. I mean, unfortunately, you gotta really watch what you say as a creator. You know what I mean? But I think he's still part of the. I think he's still part of the War Robots creators program. He's just not part of the mentors program anymore. So I don't think he's gonna get giveaways, and he's not going to have a battle wreck account anymore. But he should still get like some new robots and stuff when they come out. So there's that, right? But yeah, you got to be really careful what you say. Like if you're going to say something in a constructive criticism way, you kind of got to say it properly. Like you got to make sure you're saying it or presenting it in a very professional manner, I guess. But it's kind of a bummer, you know. I've always liked AD and his content, but I guess they thought he was putting out a lot of fake news and fake information, which was one of the main problems right there. But that's one of the reasons I don't really post like leaks or information that I've heard in the past, because until it's 100% confirmed, I've never really known if some of that stuff was real or fake. So I figured don't say it if you're not sure, because I don't know. All right, so Mr. Demon says, can you tell me the best meta builds with the highest firepower? All right, so I mean, it really depends on what you consider meta builds or what you're having, but right now I would say Curry with 2 subduers is pretty crazy. Or if you happen to have like Curry with 2 of those ultimate glories, that's insane. The new Baglier with 4 subduers is super crazy on the firepower. It's a little bit squishy, but man, that hits crazy, crazy, crazy hard. Of course, if you happen to have the new Raptor with those new lifesteal weapons, or if you have the Raptor with a subduer and 2 magnetars, I mean, those are some really good setups right now. Pretty much anything you're comfortable playing up close, get those little Tesla weapons like the Fang Bows, put those on there. Those things pack a punch. But I mean, there's a lot of robots that have a specific set of weapons or 2 that seem to work with that robot. So it kind of depends on, you know, which robot you're playing as to which weapons you throw in and stuff like that. Yeah, internet, it is kind of sad about AD. I mean, I always enjoyed watching his channel. Good news is he's still going to be able to make videos. You know what I mean? I mean, he may have to change things up a little bit, but he's still going to be able to make videos. I'm not sure, like, if he intentionally tries to be funny, but for some reason, I always laugh at his content, like, in a good way. Like, he just cracks me up in a good way. But yeah, I like AD stuff, but for Titans, Yeah, Bedware the flamethrowers is really, really good, or the Bedware with the bendy bullets is really good. I still think Eiffel with the bendy bullets is one of the strongest Titans out there, or Eiffel with flamethrowers. But right now, the bendy bullets and the flamethrowers are excellent on anything. I mean, you could throw flamethrowers on an Indra, a Luchador, pretty much any Titan. As long as you're comfortable getting up nice and close, they'll be doing good. But on pretty much every Titan, I try to run at least 2 repair amplifiers because that makes it really hard to kill once they get charged up. And then maybe like 2 damage units of some sort. I mean, most Titans, when it comes to pilot skills, you're gonna try and add as much durability as possible. Durability is really important, and so is damage. I mean, you got to have a little bit of both. Well, I've seen some people build Titan builds that do crazy amounts of damage because they put all damage skills on the pilots. And that's just brutal, but then again, it's like a glass cannon. Another Titan hits it and it's like dead, so... I don't know, I kind of like to have a nice balance between damage and durability. Epic, you're off today? Nice, man. That's awesome. Oh, I said it's raining, so no bikes. Ah, that's a bummer. You can't go indoors? Do you guys have indoor skate parks there? Rabies, what's up, man? I am. How's it going? Constantine, hey. Juke, what's up, bud? He says, I would use Magnetars on Angler. Yeah, Magnetars are very, very good on Angler. I do like the Magnetars. I mean, those are my favorite light weapons, or at least one of my favorite light weapons right now. They're just awesome. They got good range, and they hit really hard, and they reload quickly. Alright, so Isaac has a question about the test server. I don't really know a whole lot about the test server, but hey, if you got a question, ask. Maybe I'll have an answer. Hey, Chrome, what's up, buddy? Rabby says, whatever happened to sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's just something they teach kids, but I don't think it ever really sinks in, man. People get really upset about other people saying things, right? Just in general in life. If you say something and somebody doesn't like it, they're going to get all upset about it. I don't care who it is. There's a few people out there that won't, but I would say the average person, especially nowadays, gets crazy upset over everything for reasons why I don't know. Oh, how do you buy the robots and the weapons in the test server? I mean, normally there's 2 ways to do it. Like, when you're on the real game, you know where the daily deals are, where you can go through and buy all the stuff with real money? Normally on the test server, there's a section just like that, but everything in there is free. You just click on the ones you want and it gives it to you. Or you can just click on the robot, hit change robot, and go to the store, and there'll be different things in both those spots. So you kind of got to check both places. It's kind of weird how they have that set up, but they got the store and then they got the free deals. It's kind of a weird deal, actually. I'm not really sure why they have it set up like that way, but hopefully that helps. Mr. Demon says, I don't know how to get a Titan pilot. It's not super easy to get the Titan pilots, I've noticed. So it's one of those deals where you have to pull them out of data pads, or if you go into the daily deals, you can buy Titan pilots with real money right now. It's not easy to get Titan pilots without spending money. Mr. Demon, you're welcome. Isaac says, Jeff, you need the ultimate scourge to get the Phantom. Yeah, you have to get 3 ultimate scourges from completing a bunch of those leaderboards in order to get a Phantom. They don't make the ultimate stuff easy to get. But once you get the first ultimate scourge, you'll have 1 out of 3. Once you get the second ultimate scourge, you'll have 2 out of 3. And yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy to get. You almost got to spend some money for that. Nimble, you out of here, buddy. Catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. Epic says, my bag layer is very underperforming even with Pascal. I am not sure if I have the proper modules and pilot skills on it. I'm using the Manny pilot. All right, I think I did a build on that recently. Let me open the game. I'll show you what skills I have on mine. It's not super durable, but it's kind of durable. You got to remember, this thing has a crazy amount of firepower, so really you're just getting nutso firepower on this thing. You're getting nutso firepower, and it's a little bit squishy, so it's glass cannon-ish. It's probably, I feel like it's actually a little bit more durable than the, what's that guy called? Than the, Behemoth with these pilot skills on it. Edward says, I hope that Pix would eventually just sell the Ultimate Edition stuff. The thing is, for some reason, they want the Ultimate Edition stuff to be hard to get, and they don't want just everybody to have it, I've noticed. I think they were saying they want it to be kind of like exclusive and hard to get, and I don't know. It's kind of an interesting deal, I guess. All right, hold on. But you never know. I mean, there's always a chance at some point they could do something like that. Games. There we go. That's the wrong robot. All right, so this is how I run mine, right? I got 2 repair amps, a nuke amp, and advanced repair. I run the Pascal. Then I have Roadhog, Armor Expert, Master Gunsmith, Mechanic. I've got Stubborn Warrior. I got Spy. And then I have Daredevil, where I lose the ability, but I get almost another 20% damage, which is insane. So this thing packs a punch. But that's how I got mine set up, and it's working really well for me. I mean, it's still somewhat squishy, but it's way more durable than it was. It's way more durable than it was. Like, it's doing pretty decent right now, so that's how I got mine built. But yeah, Pascal made a big difference for me. I think Pascal made a huge difference for me, actually. Once I got that set of pilot skills in the Pascal, I'm not really sure if it was a certain pilot skill or if it was the Pascal that topped it off, but when this robot first came out, I didn't like it, and eventually I found a setup that actually worked for me, and it feels somewhat durable now. Constantine says, Curry only got a turret small nerf on the test server. I would say just because if they didn't announce they were testing a nerf, it might just be the way they have it set up on the test server. I don't know if that means they're actually testing a nerf or not. Really not sure. Jeff says, what are the leaderboard milestones? All right, so let me go back to my game really quick. So if you look at the leaderboards, right? Where'd my game go? I moved it back to the other screen. All right, so if you go to the leaderboards and you click on one of the leaderboards, you're going to see these 3 things here. So this leaderboard has 3 milestones. There's 3 milestones on this one, so 1, 2, and 3. Now, if you look at this leaderboard, this one has 3 milestones as well. So every time you collect one of those little rewards there, you're doing a milestone. So most of them have 3. I've seen some of them have 4. But yeah, that's pretty much how that works to do those. So you got to get a whole bunch of those. So 3, 6, 9, 12. So if you were to complete all 4 of these leaderboards, you would get 12 milestones. And you have to have... You have to do 22 of those. So yeah. It's one of those deals where you're going to have to probably spend some money to do all those milestones. It's not super easy, but that's kind of how they got that set up right there. It's not easy, but if you're a money spender, you can do it. Isaac says, how to get the ultimates in the test server. I'm not 100% sure there are ultimates, actually. Now, the test server only has certain things on it, right? They don't have everything on there. Jeff, you're welcome, my friend. What's up, Tara? How's it going, man? But there are certain things they don't add to the test server just because they don't really feel it's necessary. Like every single week they just kind of reset up the test server. They make a new one, throw it all together. So I guess they only add whatever they feel is necessary to it. Edward says, to Doer, Bagler, packs a punch. Yes, it does. Hey, 606, what's up, man? He said, I got an ultimate mender, which was my first UE bot besides the Fenrir. But I love it. I loved it up on the 30% off. And wow, it's a beast. Oh, yeah. Okay, so when I haven't played the ultimate mender in a long time, but I think I did make a video on that on the Battle Wreck account. That little thing was tearing people up. It was a beast. That little mender is a monster. I was surprised at how well it did, to tell you the truth. My thumb is twitching. I gotta massage my thumb muscle because it's like twitching all over the place and it's weird and I don't like it. Ah, look at that. Yeah. All right, I'm being weird, but I get these little muscle twitches all the time. All right, Raby says, do you feel like you can play a fun setup or an effective setup, but not both? I mean, you can... It depends on what you consider to be fun, right? If you consider effective robots to be fun, then yes, you can. So it just depends. I guess that's really personal preference. Mr. Demon, all right, buddy, have a great day. Catch you later. Thank you for stopping by. Raby says, I want to thank you for those 4 a.m. streams with a cup of Joe like 2 years ago. I don't know what time it is for you, but I don't think I've ever streamed at 4 a.m. Maybe your time, but I'll tell you what, at 4 a.m. I'm either just waking up or I'm going to be getting up very soon. I actually get up crazy early, but I wonder what would happen if I did a live stream at 4 a.m. Ice, how's it going? He says, can you advise me about my hangar? Do I need to change it? What do you got? What's in your hangar, my friend? Isaac says, it's annoying it closes for 5 days. Yeah, the test server is only open on Friday and Saturday, I think, for the most part. But, you know, I think there's a lot of fun robots that are really good, Rabies. Like, for example, for me, the Phantom is a really fun robot, and it's pretty good. I think the Invader's fun is pretty decent. Revenant's fun. That's pretty decent. What else is fun? What else is fun? What else is fun? I have a really good time playing the Curry, and that robot's excellent, so I guess it all just depends. So I don't really do like hangar reviews because they take a while. And people probably get bored because they're here to have questions answered. But if you can just kind of tell me what you got in your hangar, I'll check that out really quick. But normally if I do a full hangar review, it usually takes me like 5-6 minutes to look up the player ID and people get bored. Hey, Braden, he says something about the Ophion. Yeah, the Ophion is fun, but it does die very easily. I think they nerfed that one a little bit too hard. Brandon Eller, what's going on? Ophion's a good bot, right? Ophion's a really good bot, but you got to be super careful with it. But one of the worst things is everybody has Shield Breaker right now because of the unstable conduit module. In the Raptors, if you put that right drone on there, you get the Shield Breaker. So there's so many robots running around with shield breakers right now, it kind of messes up any robot that does have a shield. So robots like Ares and Hades and Demeter and pretty much anything with a shield is really hard to play right now, including the Ophion. But one thing I hate is there's always going to be a time of the game where there's certain types of robots you just can't play because everybody is using something that counters it. You know what I mean? Personally, I kind of wish they never would have made a shield breaker. I don't like shield breakers. Like, it's nice when you have it, but it sucks when somebody has it and they hit your robot. It's like, oh, it killed me through my shield. And that sucks. It definitely sucks. Ice says he's got Hawk, Seraph, Lynx, Shenlao, Typhon. Alright, so Hawk, in my opinion, is very hard to play these days, and so is Typhon. Now, Typhon's really cool. I like the Typhon a lot, but it's very squishy. So if you're good with it, epic. Thanks, buddy. Thank you, my friend. I do like the Typhon, but you got to really play that thing like a glass cannon. But Hawk, I think the Hawk is one of those robots that I would probably change out as soon as I could. And my nose itches. I would look to replace the Hawk as soon as possible. And Seraph's not something I would usually play a lot. But I think the Lynx, the Shenlao, and the Typhon are very nice. Typhon's great for firepower if you're playing it from a distance. There's one skill you can get on the Typhon for the pilot that makes him move really fast. It takes away the ability and it gives you crazy amounts of speed. That makes the Typhon really fun and really good. Just learn to use cover and corner shoot and play the Typhon really tactically, and it's an awesome robot. I don't like to play tactically. I like to get up in your face and brawl, so I don't play it anymore, but if I want to be bored and actually play tactically, then I can do really well with the Titan, but that's not my thing. All right, Stacy, how's it going? Awesome to see ya. I saw somebody said LHH says, I'm very glad you're doing these Q&As. So helpful. Yeah, you're welcome. I just hope I don't miss anybody's questions. Remember, if I don't see your comment, feel free to ask later, right? Just in case I miss it. If I don't get your comment in 2 or 3 minutes or something, you know, don't be afraid to ask again. Just don't spam anything. Now, one thing Seraph is really good if you're doing the little thing where you fight the spiders. The what do you call that little game mode? The Battlegrounds or whatever, where you fight the spiders. Seraph is one of the best robots for that because it goes up in the air and it just zaps a bunch of them at once. So that's one thing Seraph is awesome for. So Black Knight, I don't like the shell whatsoever. Every time I play a shell, that thing dies if somebody even looks at it. So I don't really upgrade the shells. I don't suggest upgrading the shell. Now, when it comes to Ochi Kochi and Dagon, right now, Dagon is really, really good for the firepower. But again, a lot of people are running Shield Breaker. So last time I played my Dagon, it was constantly dying from people shooting me with Shield Breaker. I would say out of those three, I would probably go for the Ochi Kochi right now. I think the Ochi Kochi is just a really, really well-rounded robot at the moment. It's doing well. It's not like it's not meta like it used to be, but in my opinion, it's kind of like this close to being meta. It's just really good. Hey, Insidious, how's it going, my man? Sajad, what's up? Oh, wow, you came back after 6 years. All right, so you got a Scarab Leech. Is it good? I do see, put it this way, Leech is a very hard robot to play. Leech is a very hard robot to play. In Champion League, there's a few people who have played every once in a while, but you have to be really good with it. It's definitely playable in Champion League, but I think most people would get frustrated and probably move on from it pretty quickly, because when it's not in the ability, it dies super, 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 super easy. Now, when it goes into the ability, it gets 90% damage resistance, so it takes 90% less damage, and anybody who shoots at it, if you're attached to somebody, you will drain their health until they die if other players shoot you. But the second your ability ends, if somebody shoots you once, you're probably going to fall over and die. So it's not a robot that I would recommend for most people, but if you find one of those weirdos that really knows how to play that thing, every once in a while you find somebody who's really good with the leech, but I think most people wouldn't really like it. So hopefully that helps. Hey, Brayden, he says, I love the Scorpion. Yeah, Scorpion's really fun, actually. It's a really good one. Epic says, I don't pick the winners. Yeah, if Epic does the thing where he gifts some memberships, Google actually picks who gets it. So he doesn't choose. Google kind of just does it for him. What's up, MM? Stacy says, weird, we already got a shield breaker module. Yeah, the new one gives you shield breaker and all kinds of crap. It's a really overpowered module, I would say. Insidious says, would this be a good time to come back to War Robots? I mean, it's as good of time as any, right? I mean, what it really boils down to is, what if somebody left the game and then came back? Like, do you have things in your hangar that are playable? If you have a hangar full of Cossacks and you're in Champion League, you're going to have a hard time coming back to the game. If you got a hangar that's got like Fenrir, Invader, Skyros, and a couple of things that are still good, it may not be that hard to come back to the game. You know, it just depends on what you have, I guess. So that really depends on what the person has, whether or not it's a good time to come back. But let's just say you come back to the game and you don't have anything that's good, then you're going to have to like kind of work on building your hangar all over again. So I guess there's a lot of variables to that question. But if you've got some decent robots and decent weapons, I would say, yeah, anytime is a good time to come back, right? If you enjoy the game, at least. What's up, Jay? Internet says, Leech is good for 1 versus 1, but not so good in multiple enemies. Yeah, Leech is definitely good for 1 versus 1. Epic says, guys, hit the like button and share the stream. Thanks, Epic. Jay says, I left for almost 10 years. It wasn't fun at first, but it only took like 6 months to hit Champion League. So Jay came back, probably didn't have much of anything if he was gone for 10 years. That's not bad, 6 months to get into Champion. That's not bad at all. Constantine says, Champion 4th. What do you mean by 4th? Champion 4th. It's hard without meta builds, at least for now. At least for me. I mean, Champion League definitely is... You got to have some good stuff for Champion, right? You don't need to have the meta unless you're playing in squads. Like, if you're playing in a full squad, you're probably going to be going up against a lot of other really strong squads that do have the meta stuff. But I think if you're just playing solo or duo, and you're not actually squadding with several people, you can normally just have a pretty decent hangar and have a lot of fun with it. Raby says Zenith Falcon. Zeniths? I don't know about that one. I do like Falcon, but I don't know about the Zeniths. I'm a big fan of Falcon, to tell you the truth. I like playing that thing a lot. It's a really fun robot. I'm not really sure that I can say it's like a really good robot, but it's really fun to play. I have tons of fun with him, which makes it worth it to me. So I don't know about you guys, but to me that makes it super, super fun. I don't play him often, but when I do, if you get the right weapons on there, it's not so bad. Isaac says, can you rate my Hangar? Isaac, let me know what you got. Sloppy, what's up, buddy? He said, I could never get into Ocho. I don't know what, just never my cup of tea. Well, everybody has something that they don't like in this game. So, for example, back in the day when Hawk was the best robot in the game, I hated it. I hated playing it. I hated playing against it. I hated everything about it. It may have been the meta. It may have been the best of the best, but it was not for me, so... So I think the truth is we all find things that we like and dislike in this game. You know what I mean? Not every robot's going to be for everybody. So that is something you kind of got to think about when... That is something you got to kind of think about. You could have like 5 of the best robots of the game, and there's no guarantee that you're actually going to enjoy or like playing those 5 robots. So, I don't know. Stacy said, I finally got the Theseus for my Skyros. Nice. If you get a Skyros with a Theseus and at least 1 repair amplifier on it, that thing becomes really, 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 really hard to kill if you play it well. Epic says, Champion League has levels. First level is Legend League. Oh, you're talking about you're in Champion League number 4? I mean, honestly, I don't know if it really matters if you're in Champion League 50 or 4 or 1. Even the Legend League, I mean, I'm not sure if the different leagues really change the type of gameplay. I don't think it matters too much because you can be in like the lowest Champion League and you're still going up against some of the Legend League players, if you know what I mean. But, you know, there's a lot of variables. The game's a lot of fun, but I don't know 100% of everything about it. But I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to change anything as to which Champion League you're in. Now, I have talked to a couple of people who think that being in like Legend League gives you like fiercer battles. I'm not 100% sure though. Maybe it does. I'm not really sure, but and see what just says, check what I said, please. When? The last thing I saw you say was about, is it a good time to come back to the game, which I answered. Was there something else? Alright, so Braden says, how is my Hangar looking? Alright, so I think your weak link is the Ophion, right? Your weak link there is the Ophion. Like, Ophion's fun, but now that everybody's running the Shield Breaker and they nerfed it, that's not the greatest robot in the world at the moment. But to tell you the truth, I mean, I think that's a good setup, except for maybe replace the Ophion with something else when you can. Jay says, what did I miss? Probably all kinds of stuff, my man. All kinds of thingy-dingies. All right, the chat just scrolled down on me. What's up, Aiden? Adrian, how you doing today? Awesome to see ya. Jay says the DPS on the Mark III Seraph Fangbow ability DPS. Roadhog, speed buffs. I hit crowds across. Oh, I can't read, man. This is the one thing I hate about being dyslexic is if you're live and you're trying to read something, you look like an idiot because you can't read for crap and people are like, man, he's dumb. He says, I hit crowds across large maps and back to home beacon all the time. So, Jay, it sounds like you know how to play the Seraph pretty good. Just like anything, I think if you really master something and you're really good with it, you can do well with it. It's not something I would really want to have in my hangar at the time, but hey, man, if it's working for you, go for it, right? Epic says, Legend League is mostly just playing back-to-back games. Yeah, you know, I used to know a couple of guys who wanted to stay on the very top of Legend League, and they would actually pay people to play their accounts. That way that account was playing almost 24 hours a day. Like, when they were sleeping, they would have, like, 1 or 2 guys. They would actually pay, like, so much money an hour to play their account so they could stay in Legend League. And I'm like, that's crazy. And if you're playing in a squad that wins, if you're playing in a really good squad that wins almost all the battles, and that account plays enough, it's really easy to get up into the top of Legend League. But it's more about how much you play and does your team win, whether or not you go into the Legend League, you know what I mean? NJG26, how's it going? Yeah, I hope they can figure out a way to build some sort of anti-cheat into this game. We definitely could use that. That's something I think all of us have been wanting for a while, so I thought they were working on an anti-cheat, so I don't know if it didn't work or if they just never got around to it or what, but I would love to see them put an anti-cheat into the game. That would be great. Yeah, I hope they get that in there eventually. Hackers are terrible. Jay says, I have ADD and dyslexia. I relate, bro. Yeah, man, I don't think I have ADD, but dyslexia can be a pain. I mean, sometimes it's kind of funny. Like, sometimes you read something, then you start laughing because you're like, wait a second, that's not what that said, but I think I have OCD. Like, I'm pretty sure I have a little bit of OCD and some dyslexia. But there's just like certain things, like little things that'll bother me that shouldn't. Like, for example, when I'm working with my audio plugins, like, let's just say I turn the treble or the bass up by 2 decibels. Let's just say I go past and I hit 2.17 decibels instead of exactly 2. That bothers me. I got to go in there and make sure it's exactly 2 decibels. Constantine, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you, thank you. He says, thanks for the live advice. You're welcome. Yeah, I think I have a little OCD about certain things. ACDC, what's up, buddy? Says, hackers aren't terrible. They must recruit hackers on their company. They can know the vulnerability. I'm not sure I follow, but nobody likes a hacker. We all hate the hackers. Cheaters. We all hate the hackers. Anybody but who wins by cheating, like, I don't see how they can feel good about themselves, right? You didn't win, you cheated. There's a difference. Epic thinks something is crazy good, but he thinks the shield glitch is still happening. I think you're talking about Dagon, right? I mean, Dagon's a really good robot, but when people shield break you, that sucks. But the firepower is insane. Constantine said, I get squads against me while playing solo with randoms. So Constantine, that's not like every game though, is it? I mean, I think that it happens to all of us, but I don't think it's like constant. For me, if I'm playing solo or duo, maybe like 2 out of every 10 games. Maybe like 2 out of every 10 games I'll get a squad, but 8 out of 10 I'll get random players. But yeah, I think we all do see full squads occasionally when playing solos, which kind of sucks, but you kind of got to roll with the punches. Now, if it was like that every game, that would be bad, but if it happens every once in a while, I'm not going to get too upset about it. If it was like 8 out of 10 games, then that would be kind of upsetting. Brandon says, Pixo needs to fix the lag. Yeah, the lag's been a little bit crazy. So one thing I've noticed is this game's always got some issues with lag, and it kind of comes and it goes. It comes and it goes. Like some updates, the lag's worse. Some updates, the lags are better. So it kind of just depends on the update. So hopefully the next update will have less lag or no lag. But yeah, it just depends. I mean, lag always seems to come and go on this. Now, if I feel that I'm lagging, then I know there's a problem. But sometimes I'll see another player lagging. You don't know if they got a bad internet connection or what. I mean, there's a lot of variables in that. But if my account's lagging, if I actually feel that I have the lag myself, then I know something's up with the game because my device and my internet and everything is pretty good. But there is a little bit of lag. The lag and the hackers are kind of annoying. Alright, so Splendid says, Danny, who's better, Rook or the Luchador? I think they're both excellent, but I would say for most people, probably the Luchador is the better Titan. Right now, I think out of all the Titans that you could easily get, Luchador is one of the favorites. So if you can get a couple of those Titan repair amplifiers, build up your Luchador correctly, it's a beast. I like Rook a lot, but my issue with Rook is it does kind of rely on that shield, and the flamethrower weapons go right through that Rook shield. That's really the only thing that's hurting it, is once the Titan flamethrowers came out, Rook's still good, but I think that really knocked him down a notch and put the Luchador up above. So, Brayden, there's different servers, actually. There's an Asian server, there's a US server, there's a European server. So, bottom line, put it this way. Some players will get on a VPN just to move to a different server. So, you are seeing players running VPNs, which actually causes lag into the game. And other times, let's just say there's somebody in my clan that's in China, and he starts a squad and we go play with him. Since he's the squad leader, we will all be playing in China. Now, if the guy who starts the squad is on the US server, everybody playing with that guy will be on the US server. Or let's just say somebody from the European server starts a squad. Anybody who invites the squad will be playing on the European server. So hopefully that makes sense. Midnight, what's wrong with the Rook, man? He says the Rook has a bug. What's it doing? I haven't heard about that yet. But yeah, a lot of those people seriously use a VPN to come over here. Or they're playing with somebody from a different country in a squad is what's going on there. Epic says, yes, the Dagon, not the Ophion, my mistake. I'm trying to read through some of the other stuff. Internet says we all have OCD in some parts of our life. Yeah, some people have it really bad. I guess, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Nikola Tesla. He was like a famous inventor back in the day. But I guess before he walked into a building, he would have to actually walk around that building 3 times. He would have to circle the building 3 times before he went into it. Now that is some weird OCD right there. That dude was amazing, but that would be an unpleasant thing to have happen, wouldn't it? And G says, in-game name is Renee. Is that Renee? I think. Renee. I don't know how to pronounce that. I really don't know how to pronounce that. Alright, so Splendid says, what is the best way to get a Titan repair amplifier? Alright, so if you're really lucky, you might be able to pull one with some black market keys. You can go into the daily deals and buy one for like $2 just about any day of the week. And let me see if there's any of those in the current data pads. I don't think there are there? It's pretty hard to get them without spending money though. The good news is you don't have to spend a lot. Yeah, I don't think they're in the data pads currently. So you can buy one of the daily deals. You can get them out of black market keys. Let me see if there's any other way to get those really quick. I don't think there are, but... certain things in the game are really hard to get. Some things are pretty easy to get, other things not so much. But as far as I know right now, I think those are the only 2 ways to get them. Does anybody else know of any other way to get those currently? Because those are the only 2 things I can think of. Alright, Nas is saying some craziness over there. Oh, man. He says hackers are ladyboys. Legend says, splendid for me, it's the luchador. Brayden says, ice, that scorpion build should melt opponents. I think I missed something there, but... Scorpion's an awesome little robot if you play it well. I'll tell you what, one thing I like to run on a Scorpion is a whiteout drone. That way when you teleport to somebody, they can't use the ability on you. You know, I don't think I've done a Scorpion build in a while. Maybe I should do a video on that soon. ACDC says, why do we input 500 components? I don't know, my man. I can't really tell you why they do what they do. Sometimes you get something and it's not very much. Other times you get something and you're like, nice. But like 500 components for like a mothership is not a lot when you're trying to build the motherships, but 500 for a robot's not too bad, I guess. Constantine says, I'm playing on BC team right now. They squat a lot, which is good. Yeah, squatting's fun, actually. If you got a good hangar, squatting's a lot of fun. Ice says, I have a Typhon with Mark II Cryptic Hazards and Mark II Shatter. Yeah, that would be good, actually. Shatters and Hazards are both nice weapons. Legend said, hey, I was not able to get a Titan data pad. I was so close, but I was heartbroken. That's a bummer, man. It's a bummer. Unfortunately, some things in the game are a little bit hard to get. But just like any company, you know, their company's goal is to make profit. So if people weren't buying things and they weren't making money, they wouldn't be able to afford to keep the servers running and pay for people to keep developing the game. So as much as it sucks, you know, that the game does have to charge money for certain things, or they wouldn't be able to keep things running. So there is that. Ice says, I have the white on Shinlao. You know what? I don't think I've ever tried that on Shinlao, but I bet that would be really good on there. Kron started the baby account. Nice, nice. Shinlao is a lot of fun. I like that robot. Ice wants to know, is Athos and Porthos good on a Shinlao? Yeah, man. I don't think there's anything those aren't good on unless it's like... I wouldn't really want to run them on like a Crisis because that's really designed for long range. But if you're comfortable getting close to people, I think that would work great, to tell you the truth. I'm telling you, every time I live stream, my nose starts itching. Legend says, looks like Shy didn't come today. Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing not everybody can come to every stream. You know, people got things to do and places to be and stuff to see and things like that. It'd be nice if everybody was able to make it to everything they wanted to, but we all got things to do. Alright, so Splendid says, Danny, is Eiffel still the #1 Titan? I would say right now, yes. Eiffel is still pretty much #1. Indra is awesome. Eiffel's awesome. Luchador's awesome. Bedwar's pretty darn good. Rook is pretty darn good. Like any of those right now, including even the Minos, can be great. But I would say Eiffel is definitely still the best Titan in the game. Eiffel will beat your butt off. Like, Eiffel is really fun to play. It's just all around really good, so. I think most people would really love that thing. There might be somebody out here who's weird that doesn't like it, but most people would absolutely love it. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Eiffel. I play it a lot, but I would say Eiffel and Luchador are probably two of the better ones. Like, a lot of people still absolutely love their Luchadors. Like, Luch is really, really good. But sometimes it does come down to personal preference as far as what you like. Ah, is Raptor balanced? Splendid, no. Raptor is very, very overpowered. Raptor is really, really, really hard to kill. So I can't really say that it's balanced. I would say it's a little bit unbalanced, to tell you the truth. Raptor is pretty crazy. It's a lot of fun to play, but that thing is super insane. But it's a lot of fun. I enjoy the Raptor, but honestly, it's so crazy. I would only run one in my hangar because it almost feels unfair to play it. Like, if you were running 5 of those in the hangar, your hangar would pretty much be unstoppable, and everybody would probably hate you. Everybody would be like, I can't stand playing against this guy. Everybody would be like, no. But yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit too much in my opinion. just a little bit too much. Oh, wow. Interesting. I'm talking to myself. Don't mind me. I'm currently talking to myself. Splendid says, is Dagon still in the meta? Yes, but a lot of people are running the shield breakers right now, which makes it hard for that robot. But I would say it's still meta. It's still a really good robot. What's up, Alone? Nice to see ya. Antisocial. Ah, you got the ultimate mender. Nice, nice. That little thing's fun. That little thing is fun. Anti says, I disagree. Flames on the new Titan eats the Eiffel. I don't know, man. Every time I go up against the Eiffel and I'm playing the new Titan, the Eiffel eats it. I don't like the new Titan. I mean, it's fun to play, but it's not really my thing. I don't enjoy the playing style of the new Titan, I guess you would say. I mean, some people probably absolutely love it, but I don't know. I just can't get into it, so. It just doesn't really work for me. It's very fun. It's very good, but I think it's hard to play. Like, I don't like the fact that of whatever direction you're pushing is usually the way it jumps, the opposite of the way it jumps. That messes me up. Like, when I need to jump in a quick pinch, I don't want to have to change directions and think about which way it's going to go. So that throws me off. I'm not coordinated enough to play that Titan. I am not coordinated enough at all to play that Titan. Some people, you know, some people are good with it, but me, not so much. Not so much. Alone 47 says, hello. What up, Alone? Midnight says, watch the video about the Rooks bug. Midnight, I don't know if you answered. If so, I missed it. Who put out a video about the Rook bug? And NJ said he's using a spear Dagon. You know, I'm not sure. I've never really cared for the spear weapons for some weird reason. I know when they first came out, they were extremely good, and I think they toned them down pretty quickly, but I haven't played those in a while. I should get the spears out and try them out to see what they're like, because it's been a long time. Legend says the new Titan needs skills. Danny died in 2 seconds in a live stream with it. Yeah, I can't play that thing. It's not for me. Splendid says, is the Newton even good? Not really. I mean, the Newton, if you have it and you've already got it leveled up and you don't have anything else, you can definitely play it. But unfortunately, if you haven't leveled one up yet, I would say probably don't. Yeah, Rabies, I don't like the sound of the new weapon. He says it sounds like a DJ scratch pad. I'm not a big fan of it. It reminds me of like the Transformers or something. Hey, Rico, what's up, buddy? So, the problem is you got to be able to get close enough to the Eiffel to kill it with the new Titan, right? Constantine says, I run 2 Tesla UA Calamities on my Shenla with Hiroko. Yeah, that would be really good, actually. Ultimate calamities and Tesla weapons would kick somebody's buttocks. Ice wants to know what's better on the Shenna, Boombox, Devastators, or Athos. I would say the Athos are probably better because they have a much shorter reload time. They hit really hard, they heal you, and they reload faster, so Devastators just take too darn long to reload for my taste. I like them, but they got like a 14-second reload now, I think, so they're not good for team fights. Like a one-on-one, Devastators are okay if you can get back out of there and go hide, but once you're out of ammo, you're like, come on, please give me some more ammo, and like you just never get it fast enough. Huh. Midnight says, after you regenerate a shield, the left side of the rook is undestructible. That's really weird. I know what's causing that. That's really strange. Huh. I wonder if there's like a certain drone or pilot skill or a combination of a bunch of weird things. Yeah, that's strange. Really strange. Yeah, Legend says the Bagley, I don't even know how to say the name of the new Titan. The Sniper Titan is a sniping type of Titan, and Danny is a heck of a brawling player. Yeah, I like to brawl. I can play snipers, I can play tactically, but I don't enjoy it. I get bored. I want to run up in your face and just start throwing punches, you know what I mean? I don't want to hide in the back and play peekaboo unless I have to, but brawling's fun. Plus, if you're playing beacon games, you pretty much have to learn to brawl or you're never going to be able to get beacons. If you think about it, in order to take beacons from the other team, you often do have to get up in their face and take it from them. So, a sniping robot's not good in beacon games. Now, if I only played Team Deathmatch, maybe it'd be a little bit different, but when you're playing beacon games, it's really important to learn to brawl properly. Like, if you notice, a lot of people are scared to lose their robots, and they just hang out in the back corner, and they don't really do much. And then your team loses because they didn't get any beacons, but brawling is a must on beacon games. Like, it's a must for beacon games. Wait. War robots versus Transformers. Battletech? What are you talking about? Anti? I'm confused. I'm confused. You're talking about Battletech, Transformers, and War robots, I think. We also had Robotech and Voltron. Who would win? Voltron or Raptor? See, I'm going to have to start asking the questions around here. I should turn this into I asked you guys questions stream. Yeah, who would win, Voltron or Raptor in a fight? Optimus Prime or the Bedware? Who would win? Ricka says, sniping is a special skill. Any good sniper usually has great brawling skills too. Sniping, you know, in my opinion, the special skill for sniping is having the patience to do it. You gotta have the patience to wait. Alright, so Midnight and Kron both think Optimus Prime would win. Epic Demic, he says Loki versus Wally. I think Loki would probably win that one. I don't think Wally even knows how to fight Epic. Oh, man. Internet says Newton works well as a support robot now. Yeah, I mean, I kind of do look at it as a support, but I don't like it. I don't think it's fun. Legend says the Basling... Oh, wait, I already read that. Never mind. Antisocial says, yeah, he's good with the jump. Yeah, you got to be good with the jump on the new Titan. That definitely makes a big difference. Mine always jumps the wrong direction that I want it to, so I get really frustrated trying to play that thing. I get really frustrated trying to play that new Titan. Anti says the Bedwar with vampire weapons would beat Prime. He's tiny by compare. Actually, you know what? Yeah, Prime's not... Prime's probably really... Optimus Prime is probably really small compared to a Titan on this game. I wonder how big a Titan is on this game. I mean, I know like a regular robot's the size of a three-story building. So the Titans are like the size of skyscrapers in this game then. Black Knight is Freedom, Scotty, and Tamer set up good on Ochikochi. Alright, so in my opinion, the Scotties run out of ammo way too fast and have a really long reload time, making them almost unplayable. I don't like them, unfortunately. Now, when it comes to something like a Tamer, so the Tamers and the Damper type of weapons came out, so in my opinion, running one of the DOT weapons is okay, but I don't really like the DOT ones. But Rust weapons are still pretty good. So if you run one Rust weapon with like 3 other hard-hitting weapons just to take away some of the enemy's healing, that's still a really good setup. But I would say one Rust machine gun is great on every robot. I wouldn't really run more than one, but just running one per robot is awesome. I wouldn't run the DOT ones, and I really wouldn't run the Scotties or the Hells. YY, hello. He says, how good is the Ancient Tier? Alright, so Tier is one of those robots where you can play it in Champion League. If you're up in the higher leagues, you can play the Tier, but it's probably not going to do super good at the moment. Like, it's a very fun robot, but it's also very outdated. It's kind of good, but it's not going to be like super top notch or anything, right? I would give that a score of maybe a 6 out of a 10 in Champion League. Oh yeah, Fenrir is way better. Fenrir is still a really good robot. If you get a Fenrir and you put a Bernadette Wolf Pilot on it, that gives it 60% more hit points, and it does really well. So Fenrir is still really good. Alone says, can I play with you? Not at the moment. We're just doing Q&As today, my friend. Oh, wait. Rebby says the best robot ever is Johnny 5. I'm not sure if Johnny 5 really knows how to fight either, does it? I think it had a laser beam system or something, but it was too small. Johnny 5's too small. Johnny 5's smaller than the person. Anti says Prime wouldn't even reach Bedwar's ankle, or maybe he's talking about Johnny 5. Probably Johnny 5. Yeah, Johnny 5 would be like super, super small compared to a Titan in this game. Midnight says, would you use the beak drone still? Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be my go-to, It's not going to be my go-to drone anymore, but Beak's not bad. I mean, a drone that puts you in stealth, if the robot has enough hit points, I would say Beak is still a very viable option. I mean, now I would say the Shy is kind of like the Beak's replacement. The Shy and the Pascal are probably the two best all-around drones, but yeah, I would play that still. Midnight. It wouldn't be my top choice, but if that's all I had, I would still be very happy to throw that on one of my robots and use it. I wouldn't be upset if I had to use that, put it that way. Beak's still pretty nice. Alone 47 says, giveaway, D-Gems. Yeah, no giveaways going on today, my friend. Anti says, I got Beak on my annoying Amugi. Raby says, size doesn't matter. I don't know, my friend. All right. If size doesn't matter, what if a human fights a single ant? I could just stomp on it and it's done. Like, it wouldn't even stand a chance. So, size does matter at certain things, right? Or what if a garbage truck runs over a motorcycle, right? Size does matter. Who would win, the garbage truck or the motorcycle? Pretty sure the garbage truck. If they just ran onto each other head on, I think the garbage truck would win by a landslide. Mainly because of the size. So size definitely matters. Even like professional boxing matches, they won't put a 150-pound guy up in a match with a 250-pound guy for a reason. Midnight says an ant can go in your ear. Well, I mean, I guess it could, but more than likely I would be able to stomp on it before it could get my ear, I would think. Unless it took me by surprise. YY says I have Punisher T's and Nucleon on Ephemera because I have to be paying for 2 months now. Playing for 2 months now. Alright, so Punisher T's are great weapons. Nucleon's nice. The only problem I have with the Punisher T's is they have a reload time of 10 seconds. I mean, eventually you're going to want to replace those. But Punisher T's are the best weapons you can get as a new player to use until you can get something better, right? They're the best starter weapons out there. They do good damage, especially up close. They just have a 10-second reload time. Like, honestly, if the Puncher and the if the Punisher and the Punisher T had faster reloads, I would still play them in Champion League today. The only reason I don't play them is because of the 10-second reload. Juke says Optimus would have millions of years of battle experience, so he would destroy the Titan. You never know. Dennis Fox, what's up? What's up? NJ says anybody knows if Johnny 5 is probably an old fart. Constantine says Johnny 5 was a base jumper. No, he was a robot. Now, there might be a base jumper out there that went by the name Johnny 5, but there was a movie from, I don't know if it was from the 70s or the 80s, but it was called Short Circuit. And Johnny 5 was a little robot in a movie called Short Circuit. It was kind of a funny movie. All right, so Internet says he's going to eat the ant. He's like, I'm going to eat it. Personally, I would probably try and refrain from eating it, but hey, I guess if you're hungry enough, you can grab that ant and eat it. That poor thing, though. Wait, Internet said he would eat the garbage truck. Sir? I think if you ate a garbage truck, you would be in some serious health problems or something. Alright, so Vector, what's up, man? He says, how to get Baglaceria is free to play. Really, you can't, unfortunately. Alright, so the new stuff, you generally have to pull it out of a data pad. And you're probably not going to be able to get any of those data pads without buying them, so... Midnight says, does anybody remember Gigantor, the giant space robot? No, what was that from? But I mean, a lot of the Titans you still can't get as a free-to-play player. One thing about this game is newer stuff takes a long time before you can get it as free-to-play. Midnight said it was from the 60s. Yeah, I don't remember that. I'm not really sure what that was, Midnight. Gigantor. I mean, I've heard people say Gigantor before, but I've never really known what it was. Gigantor. The giant smashing titans. Huge monster robot from outer space. I don't know. Don't ask. Constantine says, see you all on the battlefields. Alright, I guess you're taking off. Have a wonderful day. And our stream is pretty much over, so our stream time is going to be up for the day. Today I started it a little bit later and ran later, so... I think I'm going to do it instead of starting it at 11:30 Eastern time. I think I will start it at 12:30. That way all my streams end at the same time. That way it's a little less confusing for people, right? Midnight says, you remember Danny, LOL. Actually, no, I'm just making stuff up. Why? Is that what the... Was there like an announcer voice that sounded like that or something? I'm just being goofy over here. I might have to look it up if I can remember. If I can remember, I'm going to look that up. If anybody's got any last second questions, get them on in now because we're about to end this thing. Yeah, Midnight, I'm just making crap up, man. I don't know anything about Gigantor. That was just a lucky dumbness, I guess, right there. Edward says, what's for lunch? You know what? I don't actually eat lunch. I eat breakfast and then I eat dinner. That's about it. Then I usually have a snack after dinner. Normally in the morning I eat something around 8 or 9 a.m. I eat something. Then around 5 or 6 p.m. I eat something. That's about it. I eat twice a day. And then around let's just say around 8 o'clock, if I'm hungry, I'll grab a couple spoonfuls of peanut butter. So yeah, I don't know. That's my snack. That's my snack. Midnight says, along with Cecil. I don't know what Cecil is either. Stacy says, what's the best VPN? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of VPNs out there. Which one's the best? I'm not sure. I know Nord's a very well-liked VPN. people seem to really like NordVPN, but I can't tell you which one is actually the best. I don't really know what a VPN can and cannot protect you from. I mean, I don't think another player can mess with your Wi-Fi. I don't see how that's possible. Now, another player may be able to do something that makes your game crash, but I don't think they can turn your Wi-Fi on and off. AD Gaming WR, hello, hello. Epic, yeah, thanks, buddy. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Thanks for gifting the memberships and all that good stuff. After this, I'm going for a walk and I'm going to start answering questions. I haven't got around to answering anybody's comments yet this morning, so I'm behind. I'm running way behind today. So I got to do that. And then I need to record some gameplay for tomorrow's video. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do for tomorrow's build, but I'll figure something fun out. I'm going to look through my robots and I'm going to be like, what do I want to do a build video on for tomorrow? I'll try and find something weird and interesting that I'm going to try and find something different. Just something I normally wouldn't do. Stacy says, ever since the Yandy event, the game's been crashing a lot. It could be just, it could be your phone. Like, your phone may not like the current update. Maybe on the next update, things will get a little bit better. But the games are a little bit weird, right? There's a lot of variables about what makes games crash. Occasionally, I do get a game that crashes, but it's not that often. But on this update, I've been having more game crashes and things like that than normal. So it might just be this update. Tier with vacuum weapons. Ooh, midnight. That sounds kind of fun. That sounds kind of fun. I haven't played the tier in quite a while. AD says something about the Smudas. Smudas are cool weapons. Tier's a fun robot. I'll keep that in mind. If I don't see something else that sounds better, maybe I'll do a tier build. Last time I played the tier, I had a lot of fun with it. I mean, it's not like the best robot in the world, but it's a really cool robot. Or Nightingale with vacuum weapons. That would be cool too. I kind of wonder how many of my viewers want to see me play something with like the meta weapons though, right? Wayland, you know what? For internet, I think I did a Wayland video not too long ago. Wayland's a cool robot. It's really a tank. I'm pretty sure I did a Wayland video not long ago. I can't remember if it was a video or a live stream, but I know I did that recently. It was fun. It was super fun. Lynx or Skyros, I mean, they're both very different. Lynx is a up-close fighter, and Skyros is a ball that rolls around, and it's really hard to kill when you don't come out of the ball. So, Lynx is a fighter. Skyros is more of a annoying robot that sneaks in a couple of shots here or there. You can't really compare the two. They're both really good, but they're not comparable because they're so different, if that makes sense. All right, so SYED side. So Tempest are not a very good weapon. I don't think I have any Tempest actually to put on the Bagler. I don't think, but I honestly don't think it would work out very well. But those weapons are very weak. I actually tried to play the Tempest weapons a few months back, and I was really disappointed at how bad they were. I thought they were going to be halfway decent weapons, but I thought they were almost so bad those weapons were unplayable, so. Smuta Curry? That's interesting. Huh. I don't think I've ever tried that, but I can see how that might be pretty good. All right, guys and girls. I think that's going to be it for the day. I got to get going. I got about 1 million of things I got to do before it's relaxing time, and I'll probably be busy for the next 4 or 5 hours answering comments, recording game footage, and all kinds of junk. And then I'm going to relax for like an hour, then hop on War Robots and play a couple of games for fun. Usually 1 or 2 hours every night I pop on and play War Robots just because I enjoy it when I'm not recording or whatever. But anyways, yeah. Catch you guys later. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching my videos. Thanks for hanging out with me on the live streams. I definitely appreciate y'all big time. And I guess that's going to wrap this one up. You guys are awesome. Lighting out. Have a great day, and we will catch you next time. I should be back Thursday and Saturday for some more gameplay streams. Hope to see you guys there. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and catch you later. Bye-bye.